Hi. Okay. Alright. Hello, my name is Draconis Edward Elric, but everyone calls me Drake. I am a 26-year-old trans man currently living in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and I figured I'd do this video because 3 weeks ago I posted an update video and a few of my followers had asked me for the whole thing because I said it was up and I didn't post it. Because it was terrible, and yeah, so here I am making a new video, trying to give this a go again. My first injection date was September 8th, 2014. I did that for 11 weeks. At that time, my last injection date was November 17th. I was able to get back on hormones on January 17th. So, January 19th, 17th, 19th, January 17th, yeah. My last update was in November. I did a 30-minute video of Q's and A's answering like what my transition, did for me then and so forth. And at the time I was only, I believe, 3 weeks on T. So obviously like some of the questions that I was asked, I didn't really know how to answer because some of my physical parts of my transition wasn't as obvious as they are now. So, I reopened the idea to my Tumblr and my Instagram and asked if anyone had any questions for me, and I surprisingly got a fairly decent amount, some of which I'm not going to answer because, like, when I meant update, I meant, like, update as in with my transition, and a lot of questions were pertaining to my last relationship, and I just didn't really want to go down that road. So for those of you who ask questions about that, like, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to answer those. One of the first questions, actually, that I got, though, was, why did you decide to stop? I love how this was worded. Why did you decide to stop? What made you decide to stop taking testosterone? I didn't really decide. When my relationship came to an end because I was seeing a primary care doctor, she had told me that she actually could not write me a prescription, that she was not authorized to do so. So when I left the state of Florida, or even when I moved to a different part of Florida, because initially I was in Jacksonville and I was going to a doctor in Jacksonville to go get my injections every Monday. And when we broke up, I had to move 5 hours away at the time. And I tried asking my doctor, if she could direct me to a new doctor, but she's like, I don't really want to do that. Then I asked her if she could send me over my file, paperwork, and everything like that. So I didn't really have to restart my whole process again. And she was like, well, I have a month to do that. And why would you want to make any trans man wait a month when, I don't know, she's a terrible doctor. So I didn't exactly choose to or decide. It's just something that happened. And, yeah, so now I did that. Okay, next question. How did you feel being off of hormones? Like shit. I wanted to kill myself. It was the hardest 11 weeks I had ever been through. It was exhausting. It was excruciating. It was hard because, of course I'm bitter and I was just like watching my ex transition and I'm sitting here needleless, testosterone-less, single, hating my life. And it was really, really hard, but I'll tell you what, it really, really made me appreciate everything about the person I am today. Because if it wasn't for those 11 weeks, then I would still be waking up, probably still being super ungrateful and not, realizing what I realize now. When I was off of hormones, I felt way more depressed than I'd ever been before ever starting, and I think it's because I felt so close and then only to get pushed far away. But yeah, I felt like shit nonetheless. What are some of the differences that you notice now with your transition that you didn't notice before? I don't know why that I guess my voice has dropped significantly, even in November. I feel like it dropped again. I am a cook, so I'm always inside of a kitchen and stuff like that, and I noticed that, my hands have gotten bigger because, I typically wear small gloves, and, in my new job, we have the exact same gloves that I used to wear at my other job, and they were smalls, and those would be the only gloves that would fit. Now I'm in larges, and I feel like Ricky Bobby because I don't know what to do with my hands because I just feel like I just like my hands. I think they got bigger. That's something that I didn't really notice. my weight has redistributed a lot. It helps that I've actually lost weight and I do cardio. I don't want to say that I lift because I don't, and I don't want to say that I work out massively because I don't, but I've noticed that, like, before even actually that's something I can, like, go back on. When I was off of hormones, I worked out a lot, so I lost at least an additional, like, 15 pounds before I got back on hormones. So now, like, I do notice that, like, it's redistributing, and it actually got easy. It was easier for me when I had lost the weight to notice the differences versus when I wasn't really being active and I was doing my injections. Like, I can feel the difference within my body better now that I'm active versus when I wasn't being active. So I don't know. Muscle mass, yeah, my muscles have gotten a little bit bigger. My facial hair has got a little bit hairier. I have yet to get any of this, but I mean, what are you gonna do? That's okay, I'll wait. Yeah, my voice, I think that my shoulders have gotten broader. Like, yeah, I think that my clothes fit me a lot better. Like, I feel like I'm way more confident in certain clothes than I would have been before, or, you know, what have you. Like, now I'm just, like, way more comfortable in everything that I wear, just because, like, I actually feel like I look like a man, and it just makes me happier to just, I don't know. So, I mean, those are just some of the physical changes. Like, I mean, my voice, hair, my legs have gotten so much hair, and my butt, like, at this point, like, I feel like I could cut my ass hair and probably get a chin strap up here. Like, I don't understand what it's doing, but it's not doing what I want it to do. But that's that. Emotional-wise, lots of differences. By lots, I just mean that I can cry again, and it's such a relief, because before, when I was first on hormones, like, I was not able to cry, and now I can cry, and it's just, like, I need to cry. Like, I need that to be, like, an everyday part of my life, unfortunately. Actually, it's not unfortunate. No, it is. I mean, I don't always want to cry. I just cry about everything. I don't want to kill myself as much as I wanted to. You know, granted, I am transitioning. Like, me being transgender really isn't the only thing that depresses me. Like, I mean, I struggle with depression as is. But I will say that, like, I don't... Every day I look at myself, I kind of get stuck in the mirror a little bit longer. Before, I used to look in the mirror and I used to look at myself and I would just cry and I'd just be like, who are you? Who are you? And now I look in the mirror and I'm like, you are you. Like, I don't know. It's so weird to be happy. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I still have my sad days, obviously, but it's just, like, looking at myself, I can smile, and it's... I don't know, I've never really wanted to say I wanted to be alive before. I've never... It's like the last thing I've always wanted to say, and now I feel so grateful being able to say it that it just almost feels as if I'm not. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know. Okay, next question. I'm gonna avoid the first half of that question, and I'm just gonna say I'm single. Yes. It's so hard because I'm scrolling through ones that I don't want to answer. Okay. Who are some of your biggest inspirations in the trans community? My brother. I don't know if you know him on Tumblr. He's Bottled Ambition, but he goes by Sav. He's probably my biggest inspiration. I mean, he honestly helped me come out with my transition. Before I decided that I wanted to transition, I was very confused because I still love everything about what society thinks it takes being a woman, I guess. Like, I love makeup, I love heels, I love dresses. Like, I love all of those things, you know? And, like, I thought for the longest time it was so wrong for me to want to parade around in a dress but have a beard on, you know? I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with me? And I started talking to him one day, and he was just like, nothing, you're just a faggot. And I was like, he gets me, like, you know, like, it just felt right. Like, he's like, I love you, man, like, nothing is wrong with you, it's okay. And I don't know, he is my biggest inspiration. Also Andrew, Scumbug, he's pretty amazing to look after. He just got his top surgery, it looks really great. He's probably one of my favorite in the community just because he takes a lot of shit from the community, but I feel like he handles the situation very well. Tyler, he's Littlefoot. I mean, there's so many that I just... And there's actually quite a few who are pre-T. Like, Tyler's pre-T, and he is my favorite boy in the entire world. Like, he is just wonderful and amazing. And then there's Alex, who actually goes by Lucas now. There's fucking Lucas. Like, there's pre-T guys out there who I just admire and who I'm just, like, so excited for, and who I really just, like, I mean, I love you guys all. You're all pretty wonderful. You know, it's great. Lucas just came out. I'm so happy for you. Okay. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. There's a few. I think there's too many for me to get into. My favorite question, what is your sexual preference? I'm gonna cut this real short. I'm a hoe, okay? I said this to my mother the other day because my mother was like, are you gay? Are you straight? Because I look at her and I'm like, Mom, you know, I'm a guy. I love dick. Like, I want to be with a guy. She's like, you're gonna have a grandchild? I'm like, you're not fucking getting it. It's not clicking, woman. It is just stop. So I just decided to just be like, you know, if you like me, if you can accept me for who I am, not who I try to be, who I am one day from the next, who I am, then why can't I be with you? Why can't I love you? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just a hoe. Those are all the questions I really feel like answering right now. I'll do a part 2 video because I do need to do my injection. And yeah, but I think overall the only thing that matters is that I'm happy and I'm back on hormones, and you know, I guess this is me. So yeah.